In this video, my wife and I are visiting 3 of Andalusia's most incredible villages. Places that honestly make no sense. They're built in locations that completely defy logic, terrain, and pretty much every normal idea of where people would settle. And somehow they look like they've come straight out of a fantasy book. We start our exploration in Ronda at one of the many viewpoints. From here I see exactly what makes this small town so special. A 100-meter drop right next to me. And the wind up here hits differently. Almost like it's pulling towards the edge.
Oh wow. Wow, the views here are really amazing. And the cliff is so steep.
The old town over there is almost completely surrounded by a deep cliff and an impressive gorge. I keep wondering why people back then decided to build exactly here. To understand this, I have to get into the heart of Ronda. We arrive at one of the 3 bridges that allow passage over the El Tajo Gorge into the old town. It's the Puente Nuevo, meaning new bridge.
This one is the newest, as the name implies. And actually it's the second version, because the first version collapsed very tragically. 50 people died here. And yeah, so we built a new one, more sturdy, multiple arches, stands here for a couple of 100 years already. But what's also interesting about it is there's actually a small prison below it. Probably the prison in the world with the best view.
Still no real answers, just more questions, but the place is starting to speak for itself as we continue our stroll through Ronda. What strikes me is how tiny everything is here. Small houses, tight streets, almost like a labyrinth of whitewashed walls reflecting the soft light filtering through the narrow alleys. Since Ronda couldn't expand easily on the 3 sides, it was built this dense. To get a better sense of it, I head down into the gorge next. I've seen it from above, now I need to see it from below.
The helmet was already totally worth it. I bumped my head on the trees over there, so yeah, this is not just a joke. This is absolutely required. Oh no, the helmet is too big. Oh, did you adjust it? Is it better? Nice.
Down here, the bridge looks absurdly high up. The height of the town feels even more insane. It's a stunning view how the Puente Nuevo rises above the riverbed, standing unthinkably tall above me. But that's enough bridge viewing for today. Time to head back up. It's steep and I'm already sweating and I really feel it in my legs.
So going down was already something, but man, going up, it's not far, but like the elevation is killing me. No tour guide is gonna be ever honest with you, but I'm gonna tell you, this is not a city visit, this is a hike in disguise.
The city has just one proper flat access point through the southern gate. But anyway, there's still a more old town waiting. Walking on, I notice an old mansion that is now a museum. And inside we are greeted by a Moorish-style patio. This mansion, like all houses in Ronda, had windows facing outwards to spot enemies. Obviously, some views were more marvelous than others. And that's when it hits me. Settling on a plateau isn't just complicated, it actually comes with some unique benefits. We continue exploring and find a church. It's partially built from limestone. Another neat trick to deal with the difficulties of building in such a harsh location. Just use the stone that's already here. Although limestone isn't the perfect building material, people made it work. We're almost done with Ronda's exploration, but there's still one more interesting relic left.
We have arrived here at the Casa del Rey Moro, house of the Moorish king. Totally fake, by the way, built in 1800, so there were no Moors here anymore, no Moorish kings. It's pretty cool here, there's a bunch of peacocks and the garden. But what we're actually here to do is to go to the water mine. You can go basically down here, all down, kind of 200 steps, and mine some water. So let's do that.
Actually, there were 365 stairs leading down to the river at the bottom of this 100-meter deep gorge. Back then, this climb was part of a daily life, just to get water, which was no easy task. But this also meant Ronda had water supply without ever having to leave the city.
So we finally reached the Chamber of Secrets, no, the Hall of Secrets. It's supposed to be super cool because you can say something from one corner of the room to the other and like whisper, and it's actually audible. So we're gonna try it out. Say something. What did you say? Oh, I can hear it. Isn't it crazy? Check out how far she is away. Fascinating, like 18th century architecture, fascinating. Hey, maybe we did it wrong. Yeah, we probably did it wrong.
Slowly, it all starts to make sense. The high plateau, the cliffs and the gorge all work together as natural defenses. From up here, enemies were easy to spot, and the climb alone would wear most armies down, just like me. The landscape itself did most of the defending. Ronda could focus its effort on the southern wall, the only real weak point. It all came down to safety in those war-torn times. Eventually though, the water mine became Ronda's downfall. During the Reconquista, Christian forces laid siege to the city. They used early cannons as part of the attack and also cut off access to a water source. With the city under pressure and the water supply gone, Ronda surrendered in 1485, shortly after water mine was taken. I feel like I've now understand Ronda's secret. But there's another crazy example of a village that uses its unique natural location to its advantage. It's called Setenil de las Bodegas. When we arrive in Setenil de las Bodegas, the first thing that strikes me is the Calle Cuevas del Sol. The name roughly translates to Street of the Sun Caves. It's the busiest street in town, lined with cafes, shops and some pretty outgoing locals having their Saturday breakfast here, even asking me to take a photo of them. Someday you will be famous, Grandma.
And yeah, you have this crazy ceiling above you, which is like super unreal. It's like you feel like partially in a cave, but not really.
Huge rocks overhanging the street are massive. This place isn't built on the landscape, it's built into it. The back and even the roof are often just natural stone. And that turns out to be a real advantage. The rock keeps the temperature inside the homes around 18 to 20 degrees Celsius year-round. But this town isn't just about this one street. We continue further and find a viewpoint that really reveals the full picture. From here we can actually see the second crazy feature of this village. It's been completely built into the gorge. The town sprawls up, left and right along the natural stone walls of the river, with houses stacked on top of each other. And suddenly it makes a little bit more sense why they chose this place. At this point I'm really burning to know how these houses look inside. Luckily, some locals have a nice interpretation of a work-from-home model by letting their homes work for them.
Oh, okay. ¿Willst du vor?
No, no importa, puedes subir. Sí, sí, sube.
Gracias.
Eche foto.
Gracias.
Venga.
Oh, okay, that's so cool. Is this a real rock here? Oh, this is the bedroom. Oh my god. Okay, there's a third floor. Oh, it's second bedroom. Okay, I can stand here. I can stand exactly here. I guess oh my god, there's also a toilet here. I mean, makes sense, right? You don't want to run around. Oh wow, that's crazy. So 4 people lived here, right? Or lived here. Because there are 2 beds here and 2 down there. Oh, oh my god. Check out this rock. And they obviously kind of like carved it out a little bit, right? Because it's all to make it a little bit more flatter. And also you see the corner here. Okay, let's head down and try to not bump our head anywhere. Oh, there's actually another bed. Don't show it, but there's another bed, so it's like 6 people. Crazy. Grazie.
¿Te ha gustado o no?
Grazie.
Es good.
Buono.
Bonito.
Bonito.
Muy bien.
¿Vive aquí?
Sí, yo vivo aquí, sí.
Ah, ok. Solo tú y
Y la
con
familia.
familia.
Sí, familia también.
Familia.
Cinco.
6?
5.
Ah, ok.
5, 6. Con la Madonna, 6.
Ah, ok, bueno.
4 y 2, 6.
Buenos días.
¿No te habrás dado la cabeza?
Yeah. Dangerous.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Hasta luego.
It's a very cool way to earn some money while you're at home. Just let some people in to see your casa. Very, very cool. So fascinating how people live here.
We continue on to higher areas of a town through the tiny alleys. The houses here appear like natural bunkers. Every basic attack, like flaming arrows, would have struggled here. I guess stone doesn't burn that easily? The streets are steep and narrow since they had to adapt to the canyon's shape. Today, stairs make the traversal easy for us, but back in the day, medieval siege engines like battering rams had no chance of entering the town.
Oh wow. The bread is pure garlic.
Unlike Ronda though, water wasn't a problem. Here they built the Coracha mine, a fortified well system that made water accessible from within the fortress, securing supply during sieges. We end up on Setenil's second most famous street, the Calle Cuevas del Sombra. Compared to Sol, Sombra means shadow, and it's quite apparent why it's called that. A massive frog stretches across the street, blocking most of the sunlight and even connecting the houses on both sides. The last thing I noticed before we leave the town is a Christian church. I'm no expert, but that's usually a sign that the Moorish town has changed hands. Well, in 1484, 1 year before Ronda's fall, modern equipment sealed Setenil's fate. Unlike earlier attempts, heavy gunpowder cannons were used to close the distance across the gorge and bombard the town's defenses. We're done with Setenil, but not with Andalusia. There's one final place that caught our attention for its striking beauty and its unusual location. By this point, it feels like we've seen it all. But the last village takes a completely different approach. It actually defines how the entire Moorish defense system worked. We arrive in Zahara de la Sierra, a village built high on a steep mountain slope. Honestly, this place isn't even trying to hide its real nature anymore, it's just one long hike. So we're heading up the fortress, just like hundreds of years ago, hoping for some dramatic views and to understand what defensive role this place played on the frontier between two rival kingdoms.
So we've been walking like for, I don't know, 10 minutes or maybe 5 even only. But it feels so crazy because of the elevation. It's so hard. And yeah, just imagine you're like an attacking force and then, I don't know, there's arrows raining down on you from the fortress up above. And they're just chilling, waiting for you to come to slash you down. Okay, I think we roughly reached the halfway point, and this is a central area here, but oh my god, I'm already so sweating. And it's actually February, so it's like just 20 degrees or something like that. Imagine scaling this thing in the summer when it's scorching and 40 degrees.
We've made it to the entrance of the fortress, but there's still more climbing ahead. Since it was built at the highest possible point, and already the views start opening up. You can see for miles across the valley.
Crazy view, huh? This looks so fantastic. So the lake actually is artificial, but I mean, you can't complain. This looks so phenomenal from here. We made it. All right. Let's get in and capture this bad boy.
At the top, it suddenly feels quiet. The wind is stronger up here and everything below looks small. The lake, the roads, even the valley stretching out in every direction. Nothing is really hidden from my view. And standing up here, it clicks. This wasn't just a great view, this was control. Zahara sat right on the frontier between the Nasrid kingdom of Granada and the Christian territories. Signals could travel across the landscape, smoke by day, fire by night, long before an army ever arrived. And any army moving through the valley below could be seen and stopped, long before it reached its target. But in 1483, Zahara was captured by a trick. At night, the guards would throw stones down the slope into an area where birds lived. If birds flew up, it meant everything was clear. No one had been there before. So one night, the attackers brought their own pigeons. They released them when the guards threw the stones, creating a fake all clear signal. The guards relaxed, thinking everything was safe, and that allowed the attackers to move in and take the fortress. And that's the three of them, each built in places that feel almost impossible at first, but once you look into the history, it all starts to make sense. If you like this video, check out the Peeking Around YouTube channel and consider subscribing to get notified whenever we release our newest explorations.
Are you testing the security measurements here? Yeah. Oh, it's so much warmer here.